皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So today guys, today's story is going to be rather short, I guess, but it's something that I'm probably going to be making a YouTube shorts about, but it's something that I wanted to tell you guys in advance on this podcast channel. So what I found on Instagram the other day, I was just scrolling through Instagram. I always check on the posts of the people that I work with and all the the restaurants, the facilities, all the people that I collaborated with and such. I was checking those out, and recently I really feel that there's a lot of these sponsored accounts and all these products that show up on your feed on Instagram, especially recently. And there was this time when there was a brand of T-shirts that showed up on my feed. And it seems it's a brand that's making t-shirts or basically fashionable, clothings and bags and small items and such that have Japanese, kanji characters written on them. And their main product, I guess, that they showed in the first picture was a t-shirt that had two very big kanji characters written right in the middle of their shirt, and it read Ronin. Ronin, that's probably like the 47 Ronin, that kind of stuff. It was a red shirt with black kanji characters, Ronin, two kanji characters, and probably some English written on underneath the kanji characters, and there was probably an image of a samurai, on the side with a katana. Yeah. So I was looking at that shirt, and for those of you who maybe watched or watched my YouTube shorts talking about the 3 different types of Ronin, I think you probably know about this, but that t-shirt really, I was looking at it and I thought that you really have to be, like, I have no right to say who is going to be wearing what kind of clothing and everything. Of course, that's completely up to everyone. I have no right to say anything about it, but if you're going to be wearing it in Japan or in front of Japanese people, I thought you really need to be careful. Because when you say Ronin, in English, I have the image. I probably have the same image as everyone else's. You would imagine those samurai who don't have a leader, who are traveling all over the place and sometimes getting in fight with people on the streets all of a sudden, and just a lonesome, solo, independent kind of warrior, right? Would be your image of a Ronin. But when you say Ronin in Japanese, we need to remember that about probably 95% of Japanese people did not imagine that Ronin image. I was actually talking about this with Harumi the other day, and she told me that before I started studying about Japanese history and culture and everything, she didn't even know that the word Ronin could mean, those formal samurai who are, roaming around and trying to look for a job or, fighting around and people on the streets kind of thing, She didn't even know that Ronin, oh yeah, come to think of it, yeah, Ronin could have that meaning too, The main meaning of Ronin today in Japan, yeah, as I explained in my YouTube shorts before, are the people who are studying for an exam that they once failed. Yeah. So for example, take for example a entrance exam to go into university. If they failed it once, you become a Ronin. In order to study for another year to be able to apply for the same exam next year. And that kind of people are called Ronin. And the reason why we call them Ronin is because they're not students, of course, because they already graduated high school, for example, but not being able to become a university student either. And they don't have a job, so they're not occupied, so they don't have a job either. So basically their social status, that you would write down on paperwork is basically you would have to write nothing. You're not doing anything, right? You don't have a job, you're not a student anymore. So that's the reason why these kind of people are called Ronin. And I have a lot of friends who became a Ronin once and studied for an extra year and then finally entered university. And there's actually quite a lot of people every year who become Ronin. I think there was one study that says an average about 10 I think it was 100,000 people every year become Ronin to restudy and go into university. So What's really funny is that if you look up, silly T-shirts made in Japan, that has the word Ronin in it, it's something of more of comedy and less of coolness when it comes to the word Ronin. So in Japanese, there's T-shirts that says, for example, "I'm a Ronin, but so what?" For example, that kind of T-shirt. So that's the image that Japanese people have. Or there was a different T-shirt saying that I'm an honorable Ronin. Yeah, that kind of thing. I'm an honorable Ronin. Because in general, becoming a Ronin is something, of course, it's not something that has a really positive meaning, right? Because it takes extra time, extra money, and everything. So that's the kind of T-shirts that are made in Japan. So I think, yeah, there was someone who was like, I sometimes receive DMs and comments asking me like, Shogo, like, what does this shirt say, or does this item or say in Japanese? Most cases they're Chinese too, by the way, but they were in Chinese, and I can read Chinese, so that's completely fine. But yeah, so I just wanted to explain to you, just in case if you are going to be talking about Ronin with Japanese people, or if you're going to be, I'm not too sure if you'll actually be buying a t-shirt or not, but I thought it would be something interesting to share with you, that in Japan, and when you say it in English, the word Ronin can mean completely different things. So then everyone, as I always say, the ultimate goal of my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. So I know there's a lot of people studying Japanese, willing to come to Japan to travel, study, or work, or even train in traditional culture and such. However, I am very afraid that Japan will not be able to make everyone's dreams come true in the future, because we're facing a lot of social problems, we are losing our traditional culture, and the younger generations who are supposed to be carrying on the good things about Japan are dying because of all the social issues being shoved against them. So I really want to dedicate my life to try to make Japan a better place. I want to try to solve those social problems, preserve and evolve traditional culture, and also help out the younger generations so they can have a brighter future. And to do that, the nearest goal I have right now is to achieve 2 million subscribers by January 2023 in our main channel. So your likes and comments help to boost our videos to new viewers have never seen our channel before, so it'd be great if you can help us out. Alright, then everyone, I'm actually planning on making a new series of YouTube shorts. I want to, because all of my other YouTube shorts are scripted, I want to make a new video. Well, it's going to be really similar, but it's going to be a series of YouTube shorts where I don't have a script and I kind of react to recent events in Japan. I do have a list of, what should I say, incidents that are happening in Japan right now, and kind of saying my opinions towards it. And when you do that, a minute is actually pretty long, so I think I can fit in all the things that I do want to say. I wanted to try to look for some positive news too, but so far the things that are on my list are the rather negative kind of news, so I'll try to look for some positive things too, but I hope you can look forward to it too. What I talked about today about the Ronin t-shirt, I think I'll be making a YouTube shorts about it too, so thanks so much for letting me, what should I say, sort out the things I wanted to say in that YouTube shorts. Yeah, but anyways everyone, thank you so much for listening.